Calling that little hole. Welcome back to Good Day Big Bear. Thanks for staying tuned. This is Find a Home in Big Bear on Monday, August. I jumped into September. 26th, 2013. The Monday morning show. I'm John Wells with Exit Realty.
And I'm Dan Bassett with Exit Realty.
And good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Interesting little weather patterns we're having. Gloria's already calling for snow.
Yeah, I'm not up to that, but I've heard rain for 3 days and haven't seen it drop.
Yeah, if you watch it, there's tropical storms down here, and they're moving up that wind, and they kind of move just a little bit to the east. Great looking clouds.
The wind has been good.
The wind has been good.
The wind has just been pushing it up.
Yeah, but they say we're going to get some rain this weekend.
This weekend? No,
this week.
This week.
This week.
Stand corrected. They already missed the weekend.
Yeah, that's all the way into next week.
But you are right. They did say we were going to have rain on the weekend. So.
Just a couple of quick things, then we'll get to some stats. Speaking about the weather changing, some of your best ideas for getting ready for the fall season. If you've got a house for sale, you're kind of looking at some challenges up here anyway in the wintertime because things are covered with snow.
Right.
So, number one, make sure you got all the junk out of the yard.
Yes.
Or at least hidden out of the traffic paths or something there. And I don't mean junk. I mean, the lawn furniture and stuff like that. Meter readers trip over this stuff in the wintertime when they're going through stuff.
Get it all cleaned up.
Get it all cleaned up.
Straighten it all up. Start early.
Yes.
Be prepared, I think, is the scout motto.
And probably one of the best things you can do, and this is really advocated by all the utility companies, spend about 20 or 30 bucks and go get a bunch of caulk. And caulk around your windows and doors, inside, outside. Take a look underneath the house. Now, you've been spending a lot of time underneath houses.
I don't want to hear it anymore. You would think, being a realtor, I wouldn't have to do that.
Well, you get hooked into stuff. Spend a little time under the house. Just take a flashlight, look around under there, and make sure you've got all your debris and everything cleaned out. Because the termite guys tell me that's the number one thing. People just throw stuff under the house.
And then you try to sell your house, and then the first thing you know, you've got subterranean termites, and you've got all kinds of issues to deal with that you didn't think you had.
Right.
And that's always a shock for everybody. I mean, sometimes it goes from, you think you're going to do a $75 termite report, and it comes back, you got $1,500 worth of damage because you neglected to keep your cleanup going.
Well, that just happened to me. Just happened on a termite inspection last week. They went under the house. There's an old sign, a yard sale sign, that they did on wood that they just tossed under the house. Been there for years. Totally chewed up with termites. Oh, you have active infestation.
Oh, yeah.
$370 later, just for the treatment.
Just get the sign out.
and once you've got termites, you got to do something.
Oh, yes.
You can't. Buyers aren't going to go, well, I know you took the sign out, but what about the bugs?
Well, and the other one is dry rot.
Yes.
Water damage. Be aware of any leaks and issues that you have, because that is a constant mold that eats into your wood, deteriorates the wood down to dust, and then that has to be replaced before you can close your escrow. So be aware of these things that are very important.
Yeah, and do what the termite guys do. Some of them have old ski poles. And just go around poking everything. And if the wood crumbles, dry rot. Yeah, got to replace that.
And that's normally going to be your fascia board. The tails of your rafters and your fascia board. And sometimes if you've got a very low foundation that's only 4 or 5 inches, or you've got dirt touching, go around the house, remove the dirt away from the wood. Any place that you have wood touching dirt is subterranean traffic. So
it's a highway for termites.
Exactly. So get it down below the concrete line, and that'll save you a lot of damage and a lot of money. So.
And caulk. That's the drywall or dry rot around the window. So little winter prep there in August.
I love Big Bear, but I'm not the happiest camper with snow. So
it was a short, long summer. Our updates were of all types listed right now. Now that means everything. This is residential, mobile homes, businesses, lots, lands,
the kitchen sink,
Fred's refrigerator, the whole 9 yards. Anything in the MLS. There's 913 listings. From $6,250,000 down to $2,500.
Amazing, huh?
Nice refrigerator, $2,500. No, I'm kidding. In pending, we got 223 deals in pending, which is pretty good for our ratios. From 3,000 to 5,000 out of everything closed. 911 transactions year to date. We were at 814
I think that's
last year. Huh?
Isn't that 5 million?
What did I say?
5,000.
3,000 to 5 million. Yes, I misspoke. Pardon me.
I didn't want you to think that our range of
No.
sales is only by $2,000, so.
They're a real
Sorry.
small market there. And if you'd like to get these in print and find out how many mistakes
Yeah.
we are making,
Read them
on
for
the air,
yourself.
you can send us an email. You can send it to Dan.
Which is Daniel at exitrealityBigBear.com.
Very good.
Or you can send it to John.
Yeah, or call us. You can send me, John, at findahomeatbigbear.com. You can go on findahomeatbigbear.com. All the stats are listed there, and you can follow along. We send them out to you on an email.
And I really like these stats on the short sales that we've only got 8 current listed at this point, which is really an obvious
Way
picture.
down from this time last year.
We have a little bit of a bottom
Mhm.
trend going on here that the only thing you're going to pay now is more.
Yeah, we got 13 foreclosures, 8 short sales listed. Our sales are about a little bit more than half of what they were last year, so they're dwindling down to nothing, which is great news for those people that are in homes or having homes. And speaking of great news, we'll get to residential in just a second. There's some changes on the finance front for folks that were forced into foreclosure.
It hasn't been approved yet. It's in the works, but it is something that I think is worth talking about. FHA is going to allow troubled borrowers to re-enter the marketplace in a shorter time frame. It's looking
not
like
7-year wait after a foreclosure.
Well, and it really, at this point, short sale and foreclosure has been a 3 to 4 year. Even though they say 7, they gave a little bit on that, and so they were allowing people that back into the market within 3 to 4 years, just depending on the circumstances. In this particular case, certain credit impairments were the result of loss of employment or a significant loss of household income beyond the borrower's control.
Real hardship.
It's going to be a real hardship.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to stem the opportunity to get back into it.
So
The
not one
borrower
of these
has
opted foreclosures or opted short sales.
right,
Yeah.
and the key is that, the borrower has demonstrated full recovery from the event, and the borrower has completed housing counseling. So they're going to set up a program that they will counsel these people on how to get back into the marketplace. So that's going to be some type of a qualification to get into it. But what they're talking about is within 1 to 3 years. So you can be a year into a foreclosure and be able to get back out there, and FHA will be the backer on that. So they will be providing the loans to do that.
Because you see some of these advertisements, short sale today, buy a new house tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, that's
Private lender type thing.
exactly.
Going
That's a
on
hard
there.
money loan. That's
Yeah.
buy a home tomorrow. Probably want 50% cash down.
Well, and they're only going to give you 10 cents on the dollar for your house you're selling anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And for that short sale to actually go through is probably a 3 to 5 month process in itself. So by that time, this program will be in line.
Well, this is good news for people that are truly in hardship.
Well, when you
Or
figure
had
14
something-
million people lost their homes to foreclosure, that's a lot of people that you're not going to be able to do any lending to for 7 years, for 5 years, whatever the case may be. So it really does make sense for them to look at everybody's situation. Because I know a lot of people that can afford a home, but because of this blemish, because they lost their home, that they can't get back into the marketplace for several years. So this is really going to open that door, and really, maybe as many as half of those people will now be able to get back into a home.
That'd be nice.
So we'll keep
especially because it's not something they just, the market's down, I'll short sale.
Right.
They lost a job, they had something happen.
In the beginning, it was a whole flipping thing. It was the people that were in the market, they got into it, they wanted to do one more, well, that one more cost them. So a lot of those people walked away from those homes, and they just, that was the essence of it in the beginning. But as time went on, it started affecting people that had been in homes for 20 years and 15 years, and because they lost their job, because the economy took a whatever. And
thanks for cleaning that up. This is a family show.
I thought I handled that pretty well.
Our residential stats up here. We've got 474 listed. We never broke the bubble this summer.
No.
Normally by August, 1,200, 1,600 listings. is fairly normal for us.
Right.
Only 474 from 3,990,000 down to 59,000. We got 166 in pending. 571 sold year to date. Last year, the same date, only 385 had closed.
Wow.
And we're 571 so far. Price per square foot's 179. 1,508 square foot's our average. Average price 271.10, and we're still 96% of list price is what's going on in the residential market there.
One of the things I'd like to add is a lot of times people will pull their house off the market in the wintertime because they have this theory that people won't buy something they can't see.
We still do.
And a good suggestion would be get a realtor out there, get some photos, some professional photos of your house in the summer, so they have a good idea of what your house looks like with the dry weather, and continue to keep your house listed. Because of our low inventory, I think the winter is going to be a good time. I think we're going to continue to produce good stats and good selling opportunity. So I would suggest to everybody that don't apply that strategy into your idea of listing, because people are still looking and people still buying out there.
And our days on market's only 97.
Yeah.
97 days on market, 3 months from listing to close date. That's decent.
Yeah.
Because you figure in the average escrow, well, a quick escrow is 30 days.
Right.
So they're moving within that 30 to 45 day window.
And I always suggest to people at this point, don't try and guess what your house is worth. Everybody's trying to guess what's happening with your house. We can give you the best information that you need to determine the value of your home, but sometimes there just aren't comps that we can show you that, it becomes, we go to the stats, we try to work those numbers for you. But if you're really serious about selling your home, invest a little money instead of investing your money in a lot of foolish things to upgrade a counter or do things that really won't add money to it. Take that same money, take $400, get yourself an appraisal on the property, and then you're set to sell. Okay,
right.
Adding little things, little knickknacks, and painting this and doing that, that's all great, but they don't always improve the value of your property because it's based on square footage and market, what the market will bear. You definitely want to take the time to spend the money, get the appraisal, and find out where you're at. If you're still in that, up in Sugar or Moonridge, and say your home is listed at $280. $280,000, and you're thinking if you do this and you do that, you'll do it. And you got offers coming in at $235 and $240, and yet you want to hang in there and add more stuff to your house. It doesn't necessarily improve the value of your home. So I suggest get the appraisal.
Yes, good idea. I had a listing an appointment that. No, I won't say that. One of the features of the home, they just had the couch recovered.
Nice.
So
nice. And that's going with them anyway, right?
No, they're going to leave it, which I wasn't too sure about that one. Some quick stuff here on new construction. We're actually seeing, at this time last year, we had 0 new sales done in new construction. So far this year, we're only at 4, but we've got 8 currently listed. So, and that's doubled now in the last 30 days. From 1,038,000 to 399,009, from 1,544 square feet to 6,100 square feet. And we don't have anything in pending, but we've had 4 sold, and those are coming in not too far off, $231 a square foot.
That's great.
$231. So new construction is 200 days on the market, but it takes about that long to build it.
Yeah, and at the same time, you got to remember that new construction is happening simply because of the lack of inventory.
Right.
So that's a good sign of future progress.
For more, tune in every Monday or get on our email list, and we'll send you a copy on the YouTube and send you the stats so you can follow along with us. If you want questions answered, again, best things, get a pro, one of the best. Right here next to me. Give them a call. The number is 909-878-0522. And the website is
exitrealitybigbear.com.
And can we can't tell them about the new surprise yet? Not yet? No?
No. Next week we'll give you an update on what's going on with Exit.
You'll be very excited. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.
Have a wonderful week.
Watch out for the snow.
Yeah. I'm gonna go there.